Well, my name's Ian. I'm the founder of Turn Wild, and basically what we do is we help people take that step into the wilderness setting in an environmentally conscious way. So you're safe, not just in what you do, but you're safe in yourself, that you're not damaging the environment. And we want to do this sustainably, so we think it's more and more important that people learn how to connect once they're in that wilderness setting. I mean, anyone can go out and get wet, cold and miserable. That doesn't take any skill whatsoever. But if you're going to put all that investment in travel to get to these ever decreasing areas in these fragile ecosystems, you want to do it in a way where that you can really absorb yourself into the environment and seek that connection. And to do that, you have to be comfortable, you have to have the skills, that it's not totally new. So we specialize on that pre-expedition training of taking someone who isn't used to doing all that and safely guiding them step by step through that process, so when they do get onto their adventure, it is a truly rewarding experience that connects them with the environment. Because we run small teams, 7 adventurers to one guide, so you will get Zoom training. We do record them if something happens and you can't make it, but we want it to be live. So if any questions that you have, you can ask. It's engaging. So we talk you through each stage, from expedition teamwork, expedition nutrition, what sort of training should you be doing. We've got all these monthly Zoom seminars, so you get to meet your team online, but you're slowly at the right point starting to adapt your lifestyle, because pre-expedition, it's like nothing else. When you go on beach holiday, you get excited a week before. When you're on an expedition and in that pre-expedition build-up for 6 months, you've got that almost Zen-like focus, that enjoyment, and we help facilitate that by steering you the right way and by getting rid of stress. So we meet up, we go shopping, help you do that with a guide. So take all that, is this the right thing? Isn't that the wrong thing? We've all know people who have gone to an outdoor shop and come out with slightly more than they need, but we're going to have a guide there with you to help that process as well. So from your training to your purchases to what you're going to eat, we facilitate that build up so that when you do get on expedition, you'll be as prepared as you can be to help put the right environment in place for you to truly connect. I've just come from a expedition on the South Downs. It was residential. Most people would say that's probably the least thing you could do. But this group of people have been battling homeless issues. They've been battling drug issues. They've been battling mental health issues. So we took them through that process with training, going on walks together, so they were all comfortable to get into that environment, get the benefit from the outdoors, but also then get the benefits of expedition team building, which we gave lessons on, and then apply those lessons and still have time to sit down and share their life experiences and how to channel their lives in a more positive way. And it was that worked unbelievably well this week, because that's the process that works. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Small incremental steps will mean you'll be more comfortable when you actually get to the environment that you're looking to go, rather than just sort of parachuting in and not knowing what to expect. As we go to these remote places, I think a lot of places now, such as Greenland, are building up for tourism. So you're starting to see a more slicker, more commercial where before it would be a lot rawer. You'd be landing, people weren't used to the tourists, but now they're expecting them and they're actively seeking them. So the world's opening up. Whether there's positives for the local population, obviously it's amazing, but I think if places are going to get busier, the emphasis on us, all of us, to preserve the environment becomes greater, because even if we make a small amount of damage each, if there's greater numbers coming, that's going to be accumulative. So I think, it is adventure tourism. It's a huge $1 trillion market. And I know we're taking small groups, but we have to think ethically, and we have to think about the impact that we're doing as well. I've been talking today, not just talking about come on my trip, of course, come on my trip, but I've been talking to people who are looking to work in the outdoor industry. and it'd been really exciting talking to them and giving them advice and on stuff like that. And the thing that everyone, doesn't matter if you want to work there or go there, we must start thinking, stop just thinking about what I get from the outdoors. I get de-stress. I had a great physical day in the hills. I saw some great landscapes. That's fantastic. But what did you do for the place that you went to? And that's why, we do things as small as just do a litter pick while we're on a hike in the Lake District or something. Try and give back to the area. Maybe donate to the local mountain rescue. Whatever it is, we've got to stop just thinking about taking and giving back. And if our mindset as a whole, nature lover, outdoor lover group of people starts thinking a bit more about giving back, which I think a lot of people do, then I think the place will be preserved a lot better for future generations. And that is something I'm taking from here. And I think those people who are going to come up, it's even more down to you, sadly, to think more about giving back than just taking. I'd say the most thing that I would always take on expedition in remote places is some form of emergency communication. And some people think it's very romantic to be completely off grid. That's fantastic until your leg is snapped and you can't get anywhere. So in this day and age, I would always, even if it's switched off in a pocket, I always carry some emergency satcoms. So if something does happen, I can put it on, call for help, and I get to go back home. That's something I would never ever travel without, especially with 2 young children. I've got a responsibility. So. Anybody, my one small bit of pre-expedition training advice for you would be start your training as early as you can. You don't know if life's going to throw a curveball into you, work, you're going to get the flu, something's going to happen. So don't leave it to the end. Get focused, look at your goal. Once you've got your goal, get training and try and get expedition ready earlier rather than later. And once you've got the start, it's just a fantastic feeling. You get up in the dark, you don't care. You go out in the rain, you don't care, because you've got that final destination always in your mind. And once you've done your expedition, be prepared for the mental crash. And the only way around that is plan your next one. If you want to know more about Turn Wild, follow us on Instagram @TurnWild or on our website, turnwild.com.